child says the defendant and Linda's son started dating when the defendant was going through a messy divorce. However, Linda claims the defendant cheated on her ex-husband, got pregnant, and then moved on to her son. And now the defendant refuses to let Linda and her son see the child. Linda's suing the mother of her grandchild for an unpaid loan. Defendant Angela Wider says her ex-boyfriend's mother is in denial about the type of person her son really is. Angela claims that while she and Linda's son were together, he picked a fight with her when she was 9 months pregnant, pinned her to their bed, choked her, and held a gun to her head. She's countersuing her ex-boyfriend's mother for harassment, lost, and unpaid wages.
Start with you.
About 10 years ago, my son and Angie went to high school together. About 3 years ago, they hooked up, started dating, and she moved in with him right away. She was going through a very, very messy divorce, whereby she had an affair during her marriage, got pregnant.
Be telling another woman's business.
Which has absolutely nothing to do with this case.
Ma'am, you want to respond to these character allegations against you?
It was something that happened in my divorce with my ex-husband. Has nothing to do with this case, nor the relationship that I had with her.
Anything you want to say regarding her character that might be damaging?
I will be the bigger person and let her prove her character.
Go ahead.
About,
See, I see her character. What you licking your tongue at me for?
Well, actually...
You're right. She approved it herself. You just let her keep going.
Well, actually, I have allergies. My lips are dry. My eyes are
don't cause
watering.
you to go all the way around. That much allergy in the world. Go ahead, ma'am.
So,
talking about her character, how
that
she
is when
cheated on her husband, and are you married, by the way?
Yes, sir.
And you rolling your tongue around at me.
Don't go away. More of Judge Mathis is coming up.
All right, ma'am, and how does this indicate that your son is repaying you? This is a bank statement saying your balance.
Okay.
You got a couple dollars here, too, don't you? I might let you smile at me a little more.
Old cars. Plaintiff Linda Hale says her son's ex-girlfriend is preventing her son from having a relationship with his own child.
Go ahead, ma'am. I have the point about her character.
Last year, Angie became pregnant with my son's child. He was born this past February, and I have seen him a handful of times. My son has not even seen his own son since the beginning of this past April.
Do you know why? Disagreements, arguments, or anger, or what?
All of the above.
All right. You want to respond to that, ma'am?
He's an abusive alcoholic. He cannot control rage.
The father of your child?
Which has not been proven. There is no paternity suit in this case.
And that's her son?
Yes, sir. The night before I was to have an induced labor, he came home whiskey drunk and decided that it would be a great night to pick a fight with me. Not our first fight, but it was definitely our last. I've had a semi-automatic rifle pointed at me. I've been choked, pinned to my bed and choked. I've been nailed shut in a bedroom before.
You know of any of these things?
She mentioned those facts, alleged facts, just months before the child was born.
And did you ask your son about it?
He denied most of it, yes.
What part did he
about
not
the gun?
deny?
Oh, that he did not?
Correct.
He denied most of it. Did he
What part did he not deny?
Did he not deny?
You said when you say most, that means there's a part that he did not deny, meaning there's a part that he admitted.
Then
Otherwise, you say he denied it all.
He denied it all.
That's not what you just said. Now you've hurt your credibility. Go ahead. Try to prove your case now. Let's get to the law.
2 years ago, my son and Angie asked me if they could borrow $5,000 for a down payment on a loan for a house. I said, okay. My son has been paying me back monthly payments. Angie has not.
Okay. Ma'am?
Your Honor, it was her son that approached her for the $5,000 deposit because his grandfather had died and thought that he deserved an inheritance.
He asked to borrow it?
I don't know if he asked. I was not involved in the conversation.
And you never spoke to him about it?
I was told after he was given a $5,000 check that he asked
her for the money.
As a gift?
As a gift.
He said, my mother gave me this money.
And she has also stated to me that it was a gift.
And to your knowledge, he has not paid her back anything?
To my knowledge, no.
All right. Do you have any evidence that he's paid you back?
Yes, sir.
Let's see it. So we can see why he would have told you it's a gift, and yet he pays it back. Go ahead, ma'am. So you say the two of them asked to borrow it?
Yes.
All right. Did you write the check to both of them?
I'm not sure. I don't remember.
I have a copy of that original check.
Let's see
good.
it, please.
Good.
It is made strictly to Nick. My name is nowhere on it.
All right, ma'am, and how does this indicate that your son is repaying you? This is a bank statement saying your balance.
Okay.
You got a couple dollars here too, don't you? I might let you smile at me a little more.
The two deposits there was $515.
How do I know that was the payment agreed upon?
Okay, I have a promissory note that he wrote to me.
Let's see it.
I didn't bring that one that he owes me the money. I have the promissory note that she and my son signed.
That's what I'm talking about.
I thought you meant for the bank.
No, no.
Your Honor,
Talking about, yes.
this is a promissory note that I actually created because she asked me to do so because her new husband would have freaked out had he known that she given her son this amount of money, knowing that he has in the past gone through over $70,000 and blew it in a year.
Is this true what she says? That you told her to fabricate this document because you didn't want your husband to know you were actually giving money to the son?
No, that is not true.
Did you tell her to draft it at all?
When I gave Nick, my son, the check for $5,000, she said, oh, I suppose you want a promissory note. And I said, well, yes, I do. She said, I can get one for you. She presented me with that. My son signed it, she signed it, then I signed it.
Your Honor,
Yes.
That's not how it worked. I was not with her son when she gave him the check.
Well, she says
Her
you were,
son-
ma'am, and you have a burden of overcoming this key piece
And
of
I
evidence
certainly
I have.
will. I have
and you
two
have to
tape
go
recorded-
beyond just telling me this.
I have two tape-recorded phone conversations where she states that, yes, she knows that this was a gift.
Oh, let me
Okay,
get that.
now wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Now, you wait a minute till I hear this conversation.
Okay, are you
Then you
ready?
can explain. Go ahead.
Okay.
What's going on? Ed, what are you doing before, Renee? I think if you think back, a couple of years, I got that your son and I both signed something stating that we'll repay you, although you said that the only reason you had to sign it was because it would stay off your back. Oh, well, you know what? Funny how things change, isn't it?
Ma'am?
I think there's a mistake here, please.
Yes, ma'am.
She has the $4,000 that I gave them.
Ma'am,
after-
unless you want to address the things you said in that tape, I'm no longer going to listen to any of your testimony. The tape contradicted everything you've told me today.